It's my bad accent here in Australia. Estonia, Australia. Australia is big, everybody knows. Estonia is small, we have 1.4 million people. Huh?
We're Austrian.
Same. We have 1.4 million people. We're somewhere in Northeast Europe, between Finland and Russia, and nobody knows what it is. But everybody knows Skype, right?
Yeah.
You use Skype?
Yeah.
There were my schoolmates who actually created Skype.
Oh.
Well.
And I can proudly say that Skype came from Estonia, and it was really good till Microsoft bought it. Because when Microsoft buys something, you know what happens. It goes down. So
It's coming back up, huh?
let's give them 1 or 2 more years. Then I won't even mention Skype anymore because there's going to be something very, very bad probably. There's TransferWise. Who has heard about this? Yeah, you have because you're from Germany and you have to do international transfers. But you guys here in Australia, you're safely here. TransferWise is a company that does international transfers faster and cheaper than most other companies. And then there's Taxify. Who has heard about that? No one. It's one of the biggest. It's like a smaller brother of Uber, a cheaper one. But cost effective, more cost effective. To be careful with the words. I think there is. If you talk about size, then it's Uber, then it's Lyft, and then next one is Taxify. And there's a lot of tech startups coming from there. Estonia is taken as the IT capital of Europe because we don't have any natural resources. We only have the brain, so we work in legal and in IT. That's all we can do. And luckily, we've been quite successful in that. So Estonia is the most digitalized nation in the world. Everything we can do online, everything except dating. I mean, you still have to preferably meet face to face. But the thing with voting, going to schools, that's like in the 90s we did that. So there are a lot of things that you guys could actually learn from us. And whenever it comes to technology, we like to be in front. So I come from the second biggest city in Estonia. It's called Tartu. It's a city of good thoughts. That's the motto of the city. A lot of students. And when I went to school, then I pretty early understood what I want and what I don't want. That's for a very simple reason. My father is a surgeon, cardio surgeon. Who knows what it is? Smart guys, tell me. Heart surgeon, exactly. And my mother is also she's anesthesiologist, so she makes sure you don't die during the surgery. I don't think they have ever been a team. I don't think so. Yeah. My sister, 10 years elder to me, also a doctor. That's gonna be difficult. Allergy, like works with allergies and then the immune system, like special doctor on that. I always find the easy way out when it's needed. So and then there's me, not a doctor, because in Estonia the doctors, I don't know how it is here in Australia. In some countries doctors get really good salary, like in the US they're probably millionaires. In Estonia they just get to work a lot. So the salary is pretty average, but the working hours are like really long. And what I remember when I was small, like really small, every summer we had a holiday for a few weeks. There was not a single summer holiday that wasn't interrupted because my father had to go to do a surgery. Like every single summer holiday. not to brag, but he's pretty good at what he does. One of the best in Europe. And when you're 4 or 5 and you see that father has to go again, it's like, why? Do they understand that he was committed, he was dedicated, he was passionate about what he did, passionate about helping people, saving lives. But when you're a small kid, you don't really understand that. Or you see that father has to go, somebody calls and father goes. From that moment on, I understood that I will never be an employee, never ever in my life. There will never be a person who can tell me when I can or when I cannot spend time with my family. And that has been with me ever since, and that's never gonna change. I have a small baby now, which is 5.5 months, that is Princess. There is one person who can tell me whether I can or I cannot spend time, that's me myself. And the challenge right now is that I'm so committed, so dedicated with these companies, that it's just, I look at the community and I look at my daughter and say, and I still go to work. But I'm trying to get the balance in between of these things. But at least there's nobody telling me that, you have to go. It's my own decision. When I want to go home. So when I was in school, my parents, they're traditional people. Right? You get good education, you get a good, steady, well-paid job, and then you'll be happy. I saw them. They had a very good, steady job, paid okay, satisfied with what they were doing, but if there's no freedom, then are you happy? Not really. All the time they were saying that, Chris, you need to get good grades, because that's the only way how you can succeed in life, because that's the only way how you can get a good job. That's the last thing that I wanted. So you can imagine that their vision of my school time and the school path and my vision were completely different. So, and it especially came out in high school, where my parents got a new friend, the principal of the school. They were the most often visitors at his office. I wonder why. I wasn't too excited about school. There were certain things that I understood that what I want to achieve in life. So there was few subjects that I participated in, but chemistry, hell no. Biology, whatever I need, I go to a doctor, right? There were a lot of literature. Come on, what do you do with that? But for me, there was mathematics, there was English, and some teachers that were really good. And I understood that everything's about relationships. If you are a great teacher, if you're a great personality, people come to your class. But if you're grumpy and you don't enjoy what you do, the students, they don't want to be there. And school didn't work out too well for me. I had really bad grades, but luckily in Estonia it's all about the exams. I nailed it. So most of them were close to 95%. I guess I was just lucky in that area. I did cheat as well. But you have to be good with that one as well.
That's in the code of silence, that one.
Something about a good day.
I got to university, I went to study IT, dropped out, got too boring for me, started doing business, started traveling. Parents were super excited about my path, as you can imagine. But I was following my dreams. I was doing what I wanted to do. And looking at your ages, I'm sure that most of you will have challenges with your children, for sure. There's not a single child except Chloe who doesn't cause any issues. So I'm sure it's going to be a fun journey anyways. But keep in mind that let your child do what they want. Because there are so many unhappy people. There are so many chained people we call them modern slaves. And I don't think that the world should be like this. Of course, there are people who like that, who enjoy that. I think they're called the masochists.
Yep.
Yeah?
Masochists.
Masochists. Only a few got this joke. But it's very important that you are happy with your life, because we only have one life. We only have one chance to do these things. We will make mistakes, but it's important to follow your dreams and follow your passions. And one of the things that I noticed is like doing business, that is something exciting, at least for me. And one part of that was network marketing. I was 20 when I had first experience with that. That was 9 years ago. And for those of you who are not that good in math, I'm 29. I didn't really understand the whole thing, how network marketing works, but it seemed interesting because I could be the master of my own time, and I could make money whenever I want to, and I could make money with people whoever I wanted to. Of course, there were a few companies that I tried. You know, the first thing was some weight loss thing. So imagine a 20-year-old guy, and somehow it came out that the product was suitable for like 50 plus, like whatever that thing was. It wasn't really my cup of tea at that moment. Like, you still wanted to be the cool guy and do something awesome. That didn't seem to work for me at that time, so I tried different things. But all in all, I think it was 6 or 7 years that I've been actively doing network marketing myself, in different countries as well. And the first things might not work out, but then I got hold of it, and I can't say I became very successful, but it's still making 5 figures every month. 22, 23-year-old was pretty okay, and that's not Australian dollars, euros. So it was $15,000-20,000 euros a month. That's where I reached, which in a country where the average salary was $600-700 is pretty okay. I started doing it internationally. I started traveling. At the same time, I also did some traditional businesses. So I can't say I'm very experienced in life, but I think I've seen some things. 2 years of my life I lived in India, and automatically you think I'm given soul seeking. Now I went to do business there. And trying to do business in India, it's a little bit different than anywhere else, because there's 1.4 billion people. The competition for everything is really, really high, and you know, they don't really care. They're willing to sell everything. They're even willing to sell their mother many times over, just to make some money, to have some food. So it's a really tough environment. Who of you have done any kind of business? Entrepreneurs? Yeah? Has it been always easy? Let's do it this way. When I ask you, reply, because
Yeah.
I take, as you said, I'm an Aussie, so I'm one of you guys. So we're like all friends. So, is it easy always?
No.
It goes up and down, right?
Yeah. Right.
And then it goes up and then down and then even more down.
Yeah.
And then sorry? And then when you feel that it can't get any worse,
It does.
you're surprised. surprise. So when I speak about network marketing, when I speak about working hard and making money and changing your life, very often, it's not very often, but sometimes I get comments from the crowd, oh, you're young, what do you know? Like, come on, it's like there's always somebody sitting, some senior citizen, oh, what do you know? You young kid, what do you know about hard life? I know a few things. You know, I don't always make correct decisions. It doesn't always end up well. And I've had some really good times. I've had some quite bad times. One of the lowest points was when I was living in India. I've always been quite proud, like trying to be independent and not to turn to my parents. It doesn't mean that they're not supportive. Okay. Yeah. How to put it? Like when they're disappointed in you that you didn't go for the education, then you can feel some resistance. But you know, usually parents, like whenever you turn to them, they still love you, no matter how much, sorry for the language, shit you can do. And whatever I do it like max out. So there have been times when they're like a little bit less happy with me, but they don't really know how difficult it has been sometimes. Because my mother, she's like the sweetest person in the world. I'm sure you know some really sweet people, but like she's the sweetest. And you know, you just don't want to cause any concerns to her. And the most difficult time for me was in India when everything like fell apart. When I say that like living on the streets, here it probably means something else, because you know some people free willingly go live on the streets or live on the beach because it's beautiful there, it's warm and you don't really miss anything. In India, living on the streets, that's a little bit different thing. And it's hard. It's like in one of the poorest countries, to be on the streets, those streets, they're nothing nice. And that was one of the low points in my life. So if somebody says that, Chris, what do you know? Then I can say, well, probably more than most of you guys. So there's not too many years in my life, but there's a hell of a lot of life in the years. Yeah. And in a lot of different countries. So it has been difficult times, but one thing that got me through was network marketing. And the things that I've learned in network marketing. Because network marketing is not just business. It is not just selling something. It is building up yourself, building up your knowledge, building up your life, becoming a better, hopefully the best version of yourself. And by that, being a role model to the ones who are around you. There are examples in the room where if you start doing network marketing, that your friends see that you know you're becoming a different person, right? They're like, oh, something is happening to him. And for me, network marketing has been a lifeline. I believe it's one of the best things that can happen to one person, but it has to be done correctly, and it has to be done ethically. This is one thing that I see has gone very wrong, and it has really disappointed me in humankind, in human beings. And that is the thing that pushed me to actually start with Success Factory. Because I saw that there are so many things done wrong, there are so many things promoted wrong and violated, that it has to be done right. So for me, network marketing is something beautiful. It is an industry that actually gives every one of us a possibility to improve our lives. It doesn't matter how much money we're making or how much we are in debt. It doesn't matter what's our education. So surprise, I dropped out of university. It doesn't matter what's your gender, what's your skin color, what's your what language you speak, where you live. It doesn't matter. Everybody can actually benefit from that. But it's the only thing that you need is commitment, and you have to work. Now the challenge is, where do you work? What is the company that you choose? Like, is it an authentic company? Is it a legitimate company? Are they doing the right thing? Because I believe that a lot of you have experienced a situation where it seems like a good thing, but then the company disappears, or the company closes down, or the company turns out to be illegitimate. Correct? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who has had that kind of experience? Yeah? Who has lost money in these kind of companies? I have. Who has lost friends thanks to that kind of companies?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Who has made money in network marketing companies? Yeah. Who has made some good friends in network marketing companies? Yeah. Who has changed their life with network marketing company? Who has learned something? Who has improved mentally, personally? Feels like yes. So there are so many good things. But what is the general reputation of network marketing? Is it good? Is it bad?
Bad.
Bad? Why? There are so many things. So there are so many good things.
It's a pyramid.
Is it?
No, it's not, but that's what you get.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Ponzi.
It's a Ponzi. It's a scam, right? And the biggest challenge with network marketing is that the people promote it wrongly. Like, okay, let's leave out the fraudulent companies, but then let's take legitimate companies. The biggest problem, people promote it wrongly. Why? Because we are greedy. We want to achieve things too fast. It's like, we need the money now, we need it today. We're not willing to work. Like, if you haven't born in a rich family, I think then you agree that nothing comes easy in life. Only failures. They come really easy. It's really easy to fail. When we take an average person and we tell him about network marketing, do you want to do network marketing? No. But do you want to be an entrepreneur? Yes. When you walk on the street, you look around, very often you see very nice cars driving by. You see men, very handsome men, well dressed, beautiful women with fancy bags and fancy shoes and all the jewelry and hair done well. You see nice houses. You see some people traveling. Most of those people, they're entrepreneurs. They have a lot of money. And maybe Australia. Like some things when I speak, they don't go for Australia that much, but they go generally in the world. Because here you're pretty okay being just like that as well because of the support system that you have. But most of the people on the street, they also want to have better things. They also want to travel more. They want to have good clothes. They want to drive a nice car. They want to have more money and live in a bigger or a nicer house with a better view, right? The one who says he doesn't is lying because it's the easy way out. No, I don't want that. Actually, they do because if you give it to them, they won't say no. Now, how to get that? Those people who have them, they're entrepreneurs. Okay, I also want to be an entrepreneur. How to become an entrepreneur? You have to start a business. If you want to start a business, you need an investment. You need to, if you want to start, open a restaurant. How much money do you need in Australia? 100,000.
100,000, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Who has 100,000 right now in the back pocket so they can start open up a restaurant? Not too many, right?
No.
The camera is only filming me, so you can easily raise the hand. Don't worry. Okay, so clothing store. Another option. How much money do you need to open up a clothing store? 50,000? That's easier. Who can do that? All right. So what other options there are? If you want to, what's a good business? Import-export? Do you need some money for that? Probably more than 100,000. If you want to do it seriously. So an easy option is maybe a garage. But there you also need machinery, all these things. That's gonna add up pretty fast as well. Car wash. 5,000, 10,000. You just need to rent the garage and buy this. What is this? How you call these things? Yeah, it's one of those things. The tricky thing for me here is that we talk about the same things, but you use some weird words for them. In Europe, we use completely different words for these things. So whatever that was, exactly the same thing. It doesn't cost much, few thousand euros. Okay, $3,000-4,000 probably, and you can do it. But will you really become financially free with a car wash? No. It's just you get a job for yourself, right? So if you really want to become financially free, you need a really big investment, and that's a risk. And that most people don't have that money. And then a friend of yours comes to you, tells you about this, like going to people and talking with them, and it's a small investment, and you can really start up your own business. Okay, very good. Let's try. Now, in network marketing, the investment is very small and everybody can try that. What people then discover is that behind these nice things that the entrepreneurs have, there's a lot of work. The majority of people don't understand what it means work after 5 o'clock. Doesn't exist such a thing, right? So 9 to 5, when it's 5, even we have some people, it's like when they're writing the code, 5, like in the middle of the command, I go. So they get fired pretty fast. Very often in some other offices, it's 5 o'clock, the pen drops. I'm done. Entrepreneurs, they work constantly. They put in so much effort, and that's the reward. Traveling, nice things, that's the reward. With network marketing, a lot of people find out that, you know what, it's difficult, it's hard. I need to push myself. What do you mean? I need to work after hours? No. This network marketing, that doesn't work. And then they come to you and it's your fault. Steve, it's your fault. But whenever you blame it somebody else, you have to look what's happening, right? One finger pointing at the other, 3 fingers pointing at you. You have to look in the mirror. Is it network marketing that doesn't work, or is it you that doesn't work? Right? I know so many people in network marketing industry. Believe me, I know a lot of people in network marketing. And I know a lot of very wealthy people in network marketing. I know a lot of people who make a few thousand euros a month. I know a lot who make tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. I also know some who make millions. The best ones are in our company, luckily. I guess we're doing something great. So that means it's possible to make a lot of money. Now, what I see with those people is that they work a lot. They put in a lot of effort to get there. They're just not sitting like that. It might seem that they're always traveling business class and being in the nice places. The work behind that, that's massive. You don't have to put in that much work. But the amount of work that you put in, that reflects the outcome that you will have. Network marketing it's not a get rich quick scheme. Yeah? It's work. But it is a possibility for you to work on your own terms. Whenever you want, wherever you want, with whoever you want. If you're trying to find a job, it all depends on the employer. Will they employ you? What's the competition? In the marketing, it's all up to you. It's all about you. How much you work, how much you want to achieve something. And unfortunately, there are other people who are not willing to put in effort to improve their life. They're just waiting some things to get better. And those are the people who say that network marketing doesn't work. It's a scam. That's why the reputation is bad. And this is one thing that we want to change. We want to make our people to understand, you can't tell anybody that, just join and find 2 people and you become a millionaire. It's not like that. When you join and when you find the first people, then you have to start working with them and help them build up their business. To promote things right and in the correct way, that is the key to success. To put in the effort. So in network marketing, you have the whole system, you have the whole business there. your only thing is to act. And it's up to you whether you want to change something or not. With network marketing, everything is possible. There's not one thing that you cannot achieve. Who wants a new car? Yeah? Why don't you have a new car?
No money.
Huh?
No money.
No money. And what are you doing about it?
Network marketing. Nothing.
And you still don't have it?
No, not yet.
Then there's something wrong. I know so many people who have new cars, who have that thanks to network marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to step up the game.
Absolutely.
One thing is the first step. Have you heard about or read the book The Secret or seen the film?
Yeah.
Yeah? You love it?
Yeah.
I think it's bullshit. Yeah, they left the real part out. Like, imagine about everything, think about everything, manifest it, yes, it will come. I will be rich, I will be rich. Go fucking act. Like, seriously. If you don't act, nothing is going to happen. And I apologize for my language. Action, that's the key. Mindset, that's just, pre-work. Then go and get it. Go and get it done. You think things are going to happen just like that? Has anything happened just like that?
No.
Yes, some things. Neighbor drove into a car. Neighbor drove into a garden just like that. Happen. But good things, big things don't happen just like that. You have to do something for them. So, if everybody would understand this, there wouldn't be any single person saying that network marketing is bad. That network marketing doesn't work. It's just to fool people. You understand me? You agree with me?
Yes.
sir.
Okay. So I don't hear people saying that network marketing is bad. Like I don't meet those people. For me, everybody likes network marketing. If somebody has a concern, I explain and say, oh, that's pretty good. Don't never be too pushy. Never, too pushy. I think that's it. Never try to convince anybody. Just explain, give more information. If the person doesn't understand it, in Australia, just give some time. And the reaction time is getting shorter. Very good. I'm so happy about it. So happy for you guys. But it's very important to know that you are in the right place. Now, I'm not telling you that, listen, quit your job and start doing network marketing and start doing that with us. I think you should not quit your job unless you see that network marketing works out for you. Very honestly, frankly speaking, entrepreneurship is not for everybody. There are some people who are really happy with just 9 to 5 and at whatever they are for a certain time. Then there comes this moment when you want to have a little bit more freedom. Like, who has, probably you don't want to say that, but who has this situation that in the end of the month, like how you get paid weekly or monthly?
Varies.
Fortnightly.
Fortnightly, what does that mean?
Every 2 weeks.
So they don't trust you enough to give you the money for the whole month? It's like the employers give you the money, like, okay, bye-bye. Okay, so, and then it doesn't work out that well. In Europe it's very easy that people get paid and then in the end of the month everybody is like, not too much food in the fridge anymore. They become grumpy. And it's not even funny. You know what it feels to be really, really hungry? Yeah? For a few days? Or for a week? Now it's funny, but at a certain time it wasn't so funny. But you get used to everything. And you can sell yourself the idea that it's fasting.
It's good for you.
Weight loss program. Works really well. Like finding the excuses. But when people get the salary, then if you get it monthly, for example, in the end of the month, you see that people change, and they start to figure out all kinds of situations, and they try to come up with interesting solutions. But these solutions, sometimes they don't work in your favor, and very often in the rest of the world, of course, you see that in the end of the month the network marketers, they become more active, yeah, because they need to make sales, they need to make commissions. Doing network marketing, you have to be steady in that. You always have to be in the game. It's like, it's not that you do it when you want to, but if you make the commitment, and if you want to change something and you want to achieve something, even if you do it a little bit, do it consistently. Step by step. Do not quit your job and dive in head first. See whether it works out for you or not. If it works out for you, then limit your ineffective hours, which is hours at work, and start doing more and more and more. Make sure that you are on the safe side before you switch to entrepreneurship. Some that are very talented, they do it like, hell yeah, I go all in.